Well, howdy. Here I got some news from Pearl. You remember Pearl? She is Jethro's cousin, run the general store down in the holler. Well, she got some news from some Hollywood people. They are going to do a new Beverly Hillbillies story. They're going to update it, make it better, give it a little bit of modern time to it. You like that? And they're going to call it the Beverly Hillbillies story in the era of hope and change. That sounds good, don't it? I like that era of hope and change. They're so good down there. These people are good. So, he says, Episode 1. Episode 1. Jed Clampett, while out hunting for some food, fires his squirrel gun into the ground. Yeah, up a bubbling crude comes a mess of oil. Dang. Jed runs back, gives the news to the family. Okay. The shot, however, was heard by his new neighbors, recently relocated from South Chicago by way of a lucrative land deal, who called the police. Jed's gun is confiscated. He's put on probation and fined for attempted cruelty to animals and for discharging a firearm within the continental United States. That's episode 2. Episode 3. The Clampetts, now no longer able to farm or hunt the land that's been in their family since the 1700s and restricted by regulation from drilling the oil, are unable to pay the taxes on it. Jethro, while out of scratching his head and trying to figure out what to do with the land now covered by the ever-expanding tar pit, slips and falls into it. Episode 4. The farm is shortly confiscated by the government and the Clampetts are moved into a Habitat for Humanity. They go on welfare. Episode 5. Granny, unable to put on enough sweaters, freezes to death during an early cold snap in the fall. Episode 6. A real long freeze. Episode 6. Allie Mae is taken by a CPS and put in a foster home where she is molested and goes through a series of government-financed abortions before shacking up with a guy who has 3 other children by 3 other women, facial tattoos, no visible means of support, and wears a bandana. I don't think he's from around here. In the closing episode, episode 7, in the closing episode, the following spring, Jed dies in jail after being arrested by FDA agents while still on probation for trying to plant a garden in his backyard against habitat regulations. And then they sell the whole thing to the History Channel. And so the History Channel does a special in the year 2012 when a mummified Jethro was discovered by a Saudi oil team drilling new wells in the Tennessee Valley in their efforts to meet the increasing demand for oil by the Chinese. Well, God bless America. What do you think?